Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today is going to be a little bit of story time, and we're going to talk about this knife. But we're going to talk about this box that they send it in a little bit, just because this box is different than a lot of other knife boxes. I mean, we've seen some really fancy knife boxes and stuff, but I really think the presentation is worthy of showing the box. You can see the little I guess logo for them is Acta non Verba, which means action, not words in Latin. And you can see it's a stylized ANV. And what's kind of cool is that when you reverse it, no matter how you look at it, it's the same. So that's really one of the first things I noticed that was kind of thoughtful about them. The model we're talking about today, this is going to be the model Z200. It's a liner lock, G10, black, plain edge. And you see here, it's made in the Czech Republic, and that will come into play here in just a second. But it has these little, I guess, finger notches to grab in there. So when you open it up, the first thing you get is a little card congratulating on your purchase, and it tells you who the knife was assembled by and inspected by, which is kind of cool because you don't see very many companies that give you an actual signed card. And then you get this little piece of tape to lift off this piece of stuff there, and wow, my knife is gone. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. This is just we're just showing the box first because, like I said, it's kind of a cool presentation. But here is the knife itself. So this is the Z200. So you can see it's got the carved G10, very kind of grippy. It has a really generous lanyard hole, and it has a true deep carry pocket clip, wire clip. I think this is reversible. I didn't even try to reverse it. I think yes, it is. It's reversible because it is one of those that goes from the top. But since I'm a righty, I didn't try to do it at all. So yeah, it's right there. Nice open construction. You can see they have the name Acta non Verba here on the spine. The spine is rounded, which seems to be a popular choice on a lot of the European blades. You'll see that a lot on the MKMs and on lion steels and stuff like that. Nice open construction. Blade centering is right there. And this is where, if you haven't clicked off, this knife is for you if you're a slip joint guy, because this, as you see, does not have a flipper, does not have thumb studs. This is a modern knife that opens with two hands. It is a liner lock, but there you go. You get a really awesome blade, but then it's all basically manipulated with two hands. No flipping, no fidgeting, no anything like that. It actually can flip open that way if you want to shake it by holding onto the blade. And you see it has the Acta non Verba thing in the little fuller that they have here. Now they do have a little thing they call a Lumadot, and this is supposed to glow in the dark. It doesn't really glow very much, but I noticed that if it does have any kind of a shine on it, it does not retain that glow in the dark feature. So they market it as something to be helpful for you to find it in the dark. Yeah, not so much. It's kind of a cool idea, but if it was like a piece of tritium or something, then it would be better. Plus, if it's sitting in your pocket all day, then it's definitely not going to get that much sunlight or ambient light, I guess, depending on how thick your pants material is. I've been carrying this around for the last week. I first saw this knife over on Big Red EDC, and I wanted to get it, specifically because it's made in the Czech Republic. And the reason that's important to me is for two reasons. Number one is that that is where my ancestors came from. They came from the Czech Republic back in the early 1900s is when they came to this country. So it makes a kind of a nice thing to have a knife that's from, you know, your homeland. So it's kind of cool. And second, it fits into my knife around the world kind of collection, because I didn't have a knife from the Czech Republic before, and now I do. So definitely that's a win in both counts. So really cool. Let's go over some specs. I did show you already. G10, it's lightweight. You got the wire pocket clip, lanyard hole, and your blade is made out of the Sleipner, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, D2 type steel. Now it's different than regular D2. So with the Sleipner steel, it's a different formulation. This is made by Bowler, and so it's basically made to have excellent edge retention, improved toughness. It's supposed to be a lot more corrosion resistant than regular D2, and it's a tougher formulation. It's less likely to chip. So a lot of European makers use this. Lion Steel makes a lot of knives in this particular steel. And if you want to check out some videos on that, Cedric and Ada on their channel did an excellent review of a Lion Steel with the D2, and can tell you the whole formulation and all that other kind of stuff if you're really knife nerdy and want to do it. But I like D2. I like regular D2 just great, and I think that the improved D2 is fine. Came sharp out of the box. Stropped it a little bit. What you're looking at here is you have a really nice spear point blade. We're looking at 3.3 inches. The steel, like I said, is the Sleipner steel, and it is hardened to 60 HRC. It has a nice stonewash finish on it. Overall length, you're looking at 8 inches, and it weighs 3.6 ounces. And of course, it has the little, what they call a Lumi dot, which, like I said, not much of a feature, but I thought that this was a very cool knife. And this made all the sense to me, because in our traditional knives that we have, and that was the other thing, is that Acta non-Verba made this specifically to open for two hands. So if a knife like this makes sense, this is the old timer, this is the 194 OT. So old school, got the liner lock, but basically just a, you know, a knife that is made to be opened two hands and then locks so it can't lock or can't close on you. So if a knife like this makes sense, this makes even more sense, because now you're getting a modern knife, modern materials, and you still got the two-handed opening. But like I said, they made this specifically for two-handed opening. If you look at their website, now I have a Gerber Air Ranger. This was sent to me by Stuart Harvey, and this is what they sell up in the Canadian Tire and in their military stores and stuff like that. So this knife, if you know the Air Ranger in America, it has thumb studs here. So this specifically was made to not have thumb studs. So it gets the long nail nick. You can see a half serrated blade, but it has a liner lock. Now this is a knife that was legislated to be two-handed opening. But what's cool about the Acta non-Verba knife is that they just chose to do this for guys that don't like flipper studs that are, you know, hanging out the back of the knife when you close it, because there are a lot of people that really bugs them when they have that little projection of the flipper tab there. You know, it doesn't have thumb studs at all. They do have this little fuller so you can grab onto it. But I thought that this knife really talked to me because it just made sense. It made sense as a slip joint guy, as a two-handed knife guy, because for the most part, I carry knives that have to be opened with both hands. I'm not in a hurry to open my knife. And, you know, I'm not in a hurry to really close my knife either, but it is nice to have the option to carry a full-size folder that's gonna perform for you all day long. I mean, you got plenty of room for even bigger hands than mine. Just very comfortable, no jimping, but just a really cool knife, and one that I thought really you guys needed to be exposed to it. Just know this out there. I know some guys are going to click away and they're going to say this is the dumbest thing they've ever seen. I can't understand this. But I think coming from a slip joint perspective and coming from a perspective of knives like this old timer, we kind of get this. We get this. We understand that. So there you go. Now all of us old timers that like to just have our regular opening knives and stuff, we have options, and it's nice to know. Since it also has no thumb studs and all this other stuff, it's too long for UK carry, but it should be okay in Canada, I think, since it's not got the thumb studs and stuff like that. But I don't know. The Canadian laws seem to change all the time. But a really cool knife, and one that I think was worthy of getting, and one that I'm proud to have as someone who is descended from the Czech people. So there you go. Fun Knife Friday, story time. Everything's all wrapped up. I think this is a great time to just close it off right here. I'll see you guys possibly for a Stockman Saturday. If I don't get that out, because I'm working this weekend, so I don't know if I'll get it out. But if I do, then you will see it here. And if not, then I will definitely see you guys on Sunday on the live show. See you then, guys. Take it easy.